It's time for Sunbelt Conference Baseball on ESPN as we welcome you to a perfect day for baseball action in the Sunbelt at Pete Taylor Park here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. The Georgia State Panthers in town, sitting at 8-7 in the league play. The nationally ranked Southern Miss Golden Eagles coming in a couple of games ahead of the Panthers in the Sunbelt Conference standings. We sit at the halfway point of Sunbelt Conference play as we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. I'm Jason Baker alongside my color analysts, Cliff Russum. And Cliff, if you're here for the slugging, boy, have you found the right place when these two squads are squaring off tonight.
Yeah, two powerhouse offenses here, Jason. They're going to get that headline, but don't sleep on this pitching matchup tonight either.
Boy, I completely agree. J.B. Middleton has been absolutely fantastic. So is Cole Roberts for the Georgia State Panthers.
Yeah, you're looking at two guys tonight, Jason, going against each other, both tied for the league lead in wins here tonight.
Yeah, it's the Georgia State Panther Ball Club. They're playing a ranked opponent for the second straight weekend. They were swept against Coastal Carolina. The Golden Eagles off a 2 out of 3 weekend over in San Marcos against the Texas State Bobcats. It is Hill Tenson night. It's his bobblehead being honored here at Pete Taylor Park. He threw out the first pitch. He'll be a special guest later on in this broadcast. It's the Panthers batting order when we return. Georgia State Panthers batting order runs down with Michael McGinnis at the top. This lineup's gotten in rhythm when they move Colin Heineck into the 3-hole. They're a team that leads the Sunbelt in scoring at 294 runs.
It took them a few weeks to get it figured out, JB, but the top of that lineup, they've got it set now. They're rolling.
Speaking of JB, how about Mr. Middleton? JB Middleton, the junior out of Yazoo City, Mississippi. Cliff, he's putting together quite a campaign.
He has. We've talked about it a lot, Jason, and look, he towed the rubber opening night here at Pete Taylor Park. He hasn't let go of that Friday night spot since.
Now he's making his 10th start of the season. You see the 6-1 win-loss record, only a no decision in conference play up in Huntington, West Virginia against the Herd in Marshall University. It's a defense to me that's finding its rhythm. How about Carson Pato? A win on Tuesday night, 8-7. It was overshadowed by a Nick Monastery grand slam. More on that later. But it was the play in the 8th from that man and Carson Pato who kept him in the game.
Certainly turned out to be a huge play in that game, Jason, and we've seen it a couple times now. He makes big throws at big moments.
It is a big... JB pops to the mitt. It's a ground ball off a nice, beautiful hop to Nick Monastery. He's got it over to first to Matthew Russo. And there's...
Doubles leads the nation in doubles, as a matter of fact, as well as walks. Top of the nation in both of those counts here with 2 strikes.
2-ball, 2-strike count. This is lifted out in the right center field. Jake Cook gallops over underneath it, makes the catch, and that's it. For the top half of 1, 3 up, 3 down. Go the Panthers. We'll introduce Christian Ostrander made a change on Tuesday. He liked it so much, he's putting Ozzie Pratt back in the 9-hole. This is how the batting order runs down. Take a look. It's a club hitting .291, second best in the league.
Obviously, kind of got rolling there late in that game Tuesday night, Jason, but we've talked about it. Ozzie Pratt down that 9-hole seems to flip this lineup over.
Oh, my goodness. That's a big bat down at the bottom of the order. Cole Roberts, the right-hander, making his 8th start of the season. A native out of Las Vegas, Nevada, played it and pitched at UNLV. Didn't get much of a chance. Boy, he has grown into the role here.
He has, and he's a guy, Jason, that the stuff may not jump off the paper at you like a J.B. Middleton with the velocity, but what he does, and Coach Strombaugh told us, he competes, and I think that's evident by the 6 wins you see he's got so far this season.
Completely agree. 48 strikeouts over 19 walks, certainly respectable there. It's the Georgia State Panther defense. Austin Sellers, the shortstop tonight, making only his 7th start of the season, so a rare spot start. That has been a spot defensively. They have wanted to change a few things up, so Austin Sellers gets an opportunity as you look at Colin Heineck below the zone. 0-2, back-to-back changes. This is lifted up third base side. Panthers giving it a look. Tough play, but it's made by Jesse. 2-1. Nick Monastery lifts this out into left center field. It's drifting back and gone. Nick Monastery hits a home run here in the bottom of the first. And Cliff, he's on a heater. And you know what they say, The great philosopher from the movie The Hangover says when you're on a heater, you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater. And my man, Nick Monaster, is on a heater.
Yeah, he's in a different world right now, JB. You see the hanging slider right there, and he doesn't miss it. He's just seeing beach balls up there. Another home run now takes that team lead from Carson Pato with his now 13th home run on the season. Unbelievable.
That's his
hit off the scoreboard, Jason, but other than that one pitch, he's been down in the zone. A couple lefties.
A lot more fastballs away. They go fastball here following up that changeup. Carson Pato, see what he chooses against the right-hander. Gillespie, it's the heater, and it's away. That's back 67. But he goes down on 3 pitches here, but the Golden Eagles strike first. And Nick Monaster stays red hot. A homer off the scoreboard to begin this bottom of the first. 1-0 Golden Eagles. 1-2 slider. Wills McGinnis goes around, says Luke Hamilton, our first base umpire. The sun kind of beaming down on Pete Taylor Park. Bouncer up the middle and through. First base knock of the night for the Georgia State Panthers. Just oddly enough, it was stealing third. Called his own number on that. This is slapped out into center field. Jake Cook will reach up and grab it. A line out off the bat of Jay Williams. And to work that into the repertoire back into third and fourth inning. Line drive right to Jake Cook. Positioned perfectly. He'll make the catch, and that's 3 away. Panthers get a hit, but nothing more. 1-0 Southern Miss. Golden Eagles are coming to bat. And there are literally thousands of humans that are thankful for that. Donahoe, the third baseman, gobbles it up off a short hop over to first in time to get Tucker Stockman. Dre Barrett just turns on one, and there's no need to chase this. That's 108 off the bat. And 416 feet later, that ball has found its home. Dre Barrett with a solo home run, his 5th home run of the season, and the Golden Eagles lead it 2-0.
That's a no-doubter. McGinnis never even took a step out there in left field, Jason. You see right here, he gets every piece of it. Wind's blowing straight out, but it didn't need it on that swing right there.
Position, turning this lineup over, and that's why he can single out in the right field with the best of them. He kept that inning alive. At an 8 and a 9 hole of this lineup, Jake Cook is lead off. Cook skies one to center field. Back is Cooper Milford. He'll make the catch. There's 2 away, but with 10 RBI. Full count payoff pitch that's down, says Nick Monaster. Several 3-ball, 2-strike counts. Matthew Russo lifts this to center field against the wall and gone. A 3-run jack for the Bulls.
Roberts just finds himself again in a hitter's count and has to go back to the fastball up in the zone, and Russo doesn't miss it. Southern Miss eating into that home run lead in the conference, Jason, here early. Georgia State was 5 home runs ahead of them coming into tonight's game. Now just 2 home runs ahead.
Carson Pato rips this fastball into right field. I was trying to get to this point when Russo hit the ball over the center field wall. 50. Fastball to the knee of Davis Gillespie. Pato was going on the pitch. Gillespie struck out looking, but not before the Golden Eagles strike for a couple of big flies. The solo homer from Dre Barrett.
Yep. And then sickness, yeah. I mean, it's so tough to play on the road, but when you go 8
against Andon Lewis, you go right back to the belt high fastball. Last 4 fastballs. 92. Heater, that one is kind of grounded over to Nick Monaster. And that's it for Michael McGinnis. And that's it for the Panthers on the top of Ben Higdon. Rockets one out into right field, but it's only about halfway out there, and it is caught by Jay Williams. Brief moment. Cole Roberts goes fastball. Tucker Stockman gets to it, but he'll sky it on the infield grass. It is called for, and the catch made. It's hard, man, trying to figure this sequence out. There's the slider Cliff was calling for. Down goes Dre Barrett. And down go the Golden Eagles in the bottom of three. We're coming back to Pete Taylor Park, Hill Denson Field. The top of
percentage of .524, and it's just incredible.
He has struck out twice tonight.
Side of it, that's what Christian Ostrander does, is he gets these guys and believe.
2-1 fastball. This was pulled through the sixth hole. Second base knock of the night for the Georgia State Panthers. They've both been singles. 1-2. Slider that is lifted up. Jake Cook is calling for it, the center fielder. He'll have it. And that's it for the Panthers. They get another base hit, but that runner is stranded at first, and Wills. Cole Roberts gets a pitch down and in to Ozzie Pratt. Nice play made by Wills McGinnis.
But I like it.
Well, they were of your favorite variety. Jake Cook's going to single back up the middle. He'll get a board here with one out. There were a couple of solo shots. Talk to your players when you were coaching here. Monastery rips this underneath the glove of Jesse Donahoe.
Yeah, that ball is looking like a volleyball to him.
Over the first. And Matthew Russo hits this off the end of the bat. They'll get the force of Monastery at second. Inning ending 6-4-3 double play. It's 5-0 Southern Miss. We'll be back with more of Coach Hill Denson when we return to Pete Taylor Park. Sure didn't you? I believe that's the case. Coach Brewer told me today, here's a ground ball to Monastery off the bat of Jay Williams. There's one away. Ben Brewer told 2-2 pitch on the way from J.B. Middleton. Or if he had a slider, you'd let the pink laces go like
fastball out of the hand. The slider has been special all night.
He'll induce a ground ball over to Nick Monastery. That is it for the Panthers. In the top of five, we're coming back to talk with one of my favorite topics about Hill Denson.
I was kind of afraid to ask him about it, but I did.
Pato down, swinging on a Cole Roberts.
They sold all 12 of them just like that.
Davis Gillespie skies one out in the right field. Jay Williams camps underneath it. There's two away.
And of course, when they sold,
Ben Higdon gonna touch one. We referenced, he sure did. That opposite field power.
Been waiting on that.
He sure has. 101 off his bat, 404 feet later. Ben Higdon with the fourth home run of this ball game for the Golden Eagles. They'll take a 6-0 lead.
His first, right?
I believe so, yes. First homer of the year for Ben Higdon.
He's liable to hit 25 between now and the season because he has that kind of power. He just hadn't been able to get started with it. So.
The changeup's been good for Cole Roberts tonight, Jason. He just gets that one up a little bit too much.
And they, the next year.
Barehanded play trying to be made by Caleb Freeman and can't. That was Cole Roberts' night is done with an apparent injury, but it began the night with utilizing that fastball changeup combination, Cliff.
Yeah, look, left a couple balls up in the zone, and that's kind of what hurt him all night was the long ball, Jason. But we said it before the broadcast. You're talking about a guy who came in tonight tied with the league in wins with a 6-2 record. You said it, leaves with some apparent injury. You hope he's okay moving forward.
Boy, you really do. They're going to give Brian Crooms a good bit of time to get loose. They had some action sort of stirring in their pen. The senior out of Metter, Georgia, the right-hander, at 6 feet, making his 11th appearance of this season. 1-1 win-loss record, 13 innings, 13 hits surrendered to 17 strikeouts. This is a staff that's got a lot of swing and miss, as you've mentioned earlier, Cliff. They lead this conference in strikeouts. That's maybe 3-pitch fifth strikeout for J.B. Middleton.
Said he throws the tightest spiral he's ever seen. He said he can really spin it.
He lifts one out into left field. Davis Gillespie looking back, and it's gone. A solo home run right on cue from Michael McGinnis as he lifts that one out of here 361 feet later. Gillespie was tracking it for a brief moment, but the breeze blowing out to left gets that one out of here.
Yeah, we've talked about the wind blowing out, but that's a fastball up in the zone. One of the few mistakes J.B. Middleton's made all night, and McGinnis makes him pay. That's leaving the yard with or without the wind.
There you see it go right over the tradition of excellent side. Get top of this one. Payoff pitch here. Slider, 3-2.
JB.
Colin Heineck beats one of the turf. Fair ball. Dre Barrett's got it. Long throw. What a pick from Matthew Russo over at first base. That's a guy fielding 987. Ozzie Pratt, chopper. Caleb Freeman's going to charge it. A little hop to grab it. He'll get it over to Wills McGinnis. And there's one. 1-2 fastball. Caleb Freeman will slide over towards second base. Another ground out to retired Jake. 1-2 fastball. That's inside to Nick Mana category as well. 1-1. This is Rip. You can make it 11 multi-hit ball games. First to third goes Nick Monaster.
Off his pitch, waiting on yours.
They don't climb the ladder and get the fastball. Pato offers at it. That's just a good pitch from Brian Crooms. Good location. Golden Eagles will leave to a board. That's it for the 6 here tonight at Pete Taylor Park. So J.B. Middleton gets going. This is a one-hopper to Ozzie Pratt, who will put down Wills McGinnis, who had singled off. 1-2. Change-up from J.B. Middleton. He's going to break that weapon.
Put it in the back of a guy's mind. And when you can do it like you just did for strike 3, it makes it even harder.
Fastball's hit right to Nick Monaster. He'll gobble it up. That's 3 away for the Panthers. 3 up, 3 down at the top of the 7th. Gillespie, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Slider low and away to Gillespie. Down, suckle up. Higdon's going to wear one off the calf. Higdon goes up to first base. His first. Crooms gets this to Tucker Stockman, who sends one up and over the wall. Tucker Stockman's left the yard. A 2-run home run, and the Golden Eagles are on top 8-1.
It's another triple-digit exit velo for the Eagles, Jason. That's 100 miles an hour off the bat of Tucker Stockman. And I tell you, look, they have made every pitch above the thigh at the belt. They've made Georgia State pay for those mistakes tonight. Just a really good job of getting those hands through, quick hands right there, getting that barrel through and off the tradition.
Shaded off the Golden Eagle emblem up at the top of the scoreboard. It's a 4-pitch walk for Dre Barrett. Crooms gets this to Tucker Stockman, who sends one up and over the wall. Tucker Stockman's left the yard. A 2-run home run, and the Golden Eagles are on top 8-1.
Another triple-digit exit velo for the Eagles, Jason. That's 100 miles an hour off the bat of Tucker Stockman. And I tell you, look, they have made every pitch above the thigh at the belt. They've made Georgia State pay for those mistakes tonight. Just a really good job of getting those hands through, quick hands right there, getting that barrel through and off the tradition.
2-1. Pratt goes out to left center field. Sliding over is Michael McGinnis, who will make the catch. There's 2 away. Scorch back in the 4th for his only base hit. This is hit past McGinnis out in the right field. Dre Barrett will go first to third. Jake Cook will turn that into a double. Struck out against JB back in the fifth. 3-1 is just a fraction. 1-2 from Middleton. 94 blows it by Garagazzo. The 2-2 from Middleton. How about 3 sliders in a row? And JB Middleton ties his career high. 12 strikeouts, 8 complete. And the Golden Eagles hold an 8-1 lead. Back at the bottom of the 8th from Pete Taylor Park. More baseball on ESPN Plus. Belief, and that's the way they have swung the bats tonight as well. Down goes Matthew Russo.
That's certainly within reach.
Carson Pano's going to take the 2-2 to Gillespie. He will fight this off the handle of the bat, kind of looping out to the shortstop, Austin Sellers, who will make the catch, and there's 2 away. Have scored. Big cut by Caleb Freeman. 4 strikes.
And so I was kind of asking him, I said, hey, do your guys enjoy throwing off that turf mound? And he
2-2 from Best. Fastball framed up. That was 9. 1-2. Donahoe goes around. Chandler Best strikes out the side. That's what Christian Ostrander wants to see. In the top of the 9th, the Golden Eagles take game 1 tonight. 8 innings, 12 punch-outs from JB Middleton. Chandler Best comes in, slams the door. Golden Eagles get the win, 8-1, Cliff.
Yeah, and more importantly, the way they did it, Jason, dominating fashion, a complete game, something they really haven't had over the last couple weeks. 15 strikeouts from the pitching staff from Middleton and Best, 5 home runs, 0 errors, full domination, complete game from Southern Miss.
It was a dandy of one. Well, same 2 teams tomorrow night. We'll be here for that call as well. For Cliff Russum, for our statistician Marty Wyndham, special thank you to Hill Denson, the former coach of the Golden Eagles, who sat in this broadcast with us. I'm Jason Baker. We spend a special shout out to Lee Field, his entire production and camera crew, the best in this business. Southern Miss wins game 1, game 2 tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. First pitch, 6:05. First pitch, 6 o'clock air time. You've been watching Sun Belt Conference Baseball on ESPN.